don't know where they are. I don't know where they are. I don't know where they are. Okay. Watoto like iramolia watoto pana watoto suka. So where is people? Where are my people? Where are you guys? Where are you? Hey, good evening. How are you? You who is watching. I hope you're doing great. Same as here. I'm alright, no complaining. Yes, one more week remaining to reach my birthday. Woo! Guys, how are you? And good morning. Taylor, I hope you slept well. And I hope nowadays you're getting well over last time what we spoke about. And I hope, yeah, each and every day you're improving. Okay, my dear friend, I miss you. I hope you're doing fine when this reaches to you. Good morning. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. This is your girl Nora, and good evening, good morning, wherever you are you're watching from. Good afternoon. This is your girl Nora, all the way from Saudi Arabia. But I'm a Ugandan, I'm a Ugandan, just working in Saudi Arabia. But this is not my home. My home is in Uganda. But how are you? I hope you're all doing great. Same as here, Nora is doing fine. Invite your mother, your sister, and your brother. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And you who is just looking at me, why can't you say something? How are you? I hope you're doing fine. Hi. Today I saw a comment that there's a video I made last time. I was live on 17th, and yesterday I wasn't live because I was offline. I was home alone and just in the darkness. I went to sleep early. I managed to wake up on time, so today I wasn't sleepy at all. Yes, my eyes were open wide like a fish into a water. But I hope everyone is doing great. So guys, today I'm here to talk about something great, something that some of you missed when you were young. You know, me, I grew up in a house where there was no TV. You know those radio cassettes that back then we used to have, big ones. They put a radio tape inside and then it plays music. Once the music is done, and then you turn around the other side, like it had A and B, so you have to turn it around so that the music can keep on playing. Another song will come up on. So if you remember that day, come up. The 90s babies, the 80s babies, come up. How are you? How was the 80s? And how was the 90s? Guys, this generation that we are in, it's full of regrets, to be honest. But me as a 90 baby, I don't complain. I'm always grateful. So some of you are wondering, what is she hiding? Guys, it's hot in my room. So the comment that I saw today made me laugh. But guys, I'm wearing just a costume. So don't worry. I'm not. But now this is a Bama solid. I'm just wearing a costume, and it's okay. It's okay to wear a costume, okay? I'm watching, and I'm looking at you. So, me growing up, I'm one of the babies of the 90 babies who enjoyed her 90s up to the 2005, and still thanking God and saying, God, thank you for the gift of life. You know, there is nothing that I'm always grateful of every year that I made it to another year. I'm always grateful for that. Whether I've received a present, whether I did not, whether I have friends, whether I don't have friends, I don't care. The only thing I care of, it's my life. I'm breathing because I don't know what God is preparing for me in the future. So the day keeps on going. Whether you hate me, whether you don't hate me, I'll keep on smiling. The only one thing is that when I get upset, it's kind of like I'll be a little bit down, but it doesn't mean that in the evening or the next day, tomorrow, I'll still be like this. I don't want to say no. I've already forgotten about it. It's like yesterday was yesterday, today is another day, and today is another topic. So guys, if you want to be my friend, be that kind of a person that knows that yesterday was yesterday, today is today. It's a brand new day to celebrate and to forget. So the 90 babies, oh yeah, oh yeah, come up. So me as a 90 baby, what I used to enjoy doing when I was young, I was kind of a quiet girl, but I knew a lot of things. This girl knew people's secret. I'm even embarrassed sometimes. I knew people's secret. I was that kid that always wanted to be quiet and play alone and just me with my toys. And I really thank my mom that she and her brother, they knew like this girl, this is what makes her happy. I had a lot of toys than my siblings. So sometimes when they complain like mom is always on your side, I don't blame them. But guys, me, they bought me toys. They bought me toys. My bed was surrounded with toys. I had nothing myself. Abo. Hi, how are you? Hey, Assalamu alaikum. I hope you're doing great. You're most welcome. So I didn't have a lot to go out to play because my toys were there with me to make me feel comfortable, to make me feel good. So I didn't need to go out. But one time when I decided to go out, that was when I messed up so big. And my mom told me, you saved us. You're out of the budget. You know what happened to me? I broke my leg. Imagine on Christmas Day, we Christian, we celebrate Christmas. Like if you're a Christian and you're watching, you know what Christmas means. New clothes, new shoes as a kid. Nowadays we are grown-ups, we don't think of buying clothes, we don't think of buying shoes because you're always thinking of the bills, you're thinking of maybe your nephew, maybe your niece, maybe your kid needs school fees. You're thinking already about January and February. You already think about that. But back then you didn't even have that mind of thinking of January is coming. No. All you're thinking of is that this year I want mom to buy me this. I would love to have this. You're always counting on what you want for Christmas, but you don't know where the money is going to come from. That day my mom told me, you helped me, you saved me. You're out of the budget. I wondered why. And to be honest, my mom told me, I can't buy for you a shoe when you're going to limp. Imagine limping around wearing a new shoe. And my mom loved buying us high heels. My mom loved buying for us high heels. And my sister, the one I follow, she's so into high heels. My sister does not have sneakers. I'm the one with sneakers. Like I have, when I told you guys I broke my leg. So I have there's a time when the pain comes and I really feel the pain in the bone that I cannot even walk while wearing high heels. I only wear high heels maybe when I'm not going that far. But saying that I'll be standing in my high heels for 2 to 3 hours, it's a problem for me. So I'm not a good person when it comes to high heels. I'm a sneaker girl. My mom bought us high heels when you were young, and you have to learn to walk. Have you ever walked like a model? you model her around and your mom is like, yeah, that's my girls. Childhood. In the city, life was so good. Holiday, we used to go to the countryside home, and everyone would know they have come. The troublemakers, they have come. I have my cousins, they are all now married, but they were people who will torment our village when they go there. Mm. The entire community will know that those kids, they are the problem. You see, when people see you, and then they reach a time they're like, thank God, they are married finally. You know, when one by one starts to get married, people are like, now they will know how to behave like adults. Me, my cousin, they could torment the village. People have problem whenever they see them. My job was to laugh as a kid. My job was to know people's secrets because you won't know where I'm coming from. Suddenly, poof, and my siblings, they will always come and ask me, Nora, I think last night you were at a certain place. Tell us. You know, and they could always tell me, so tell us what really happened. And I'll tell them, you know that kid that is always quiet, when people are talking, and you're so quiet. You're acting like you're playing with your toys. Your ears is on their conversation. That's how I used to be. I'll pretend sewing my doll's clothes, yet I'm listening to each and everything. And then one of my siblings, they could always notice that Nora knows something. There's a time I remember our uncle had a wife. They are both now late. My family has lost a lot of people. Now remaining only 2 people. My uncle, there's a lady who came in our community, and this lady was beautiful. I'll say that. So this lady will always do everything she could. They were new, they were immigrants to our community. They were Congolese. So, everyone has to look for a place to survive. So maybe this lady thought that if she marries our uncle, she will have a place to stay. Yet our uncle was already married. Then this lady could always come. She kept on coming. And then people could always say, but is this the only customer that you guys have? This lady is always here. And she always goes home late at night. So one day, one of my uncles, as I told you, the people that I mostly talk about, they are all now late. And now one of them was like, you guys, we need to accompany this lady. She's a lady, you can't leave a lady to walk alone at night. So my cousins, they were like, uncle, what did you just say? How can you escort the customer back home? She brought herself to the bar. Allow her to go alone. So my uncle had another deal. So what they did, they were like, okay, uncle, we shall let both of you escort the lady. They attacked the lady. So they made our uncles fall asleep. So the lady also had settled herself thinking that, these men, the gentlemen, are going to escort me. She didn't know that trouble is coming. I remember that night, it was a full moon. Guys, my cousins and my siblings, they chased this woman. Chasing someone under the moon. That full moon, it's too bright. And you guys are in a countryside. And in the night, there are wolves moving around. You can even hear them. My cousins, they chased this woman up to the main road near their home. They were like, next time if you come seducing our uncles, you will get it from us. You don't know that our uncles are married. Do you want to make our aunties single ladies? That night I'll never forget. We ran. We ran. I also followed them. Remember, I'm behind. I have to have that news to give back when you go back to the city. I don't want to say what I don't know because my mom used to say that no lie. In our house, if you don't have proof on what you're talking about, don't come to my mom that, oh, mom, my mom does not want someone that does not speak the truth. Come and tell her the truth, exactly how it happened. Yes, she might slap you, but it's the truth. Because she does not want to start something when it's a lie. So you have to make sure she always tells us. Tell the truth instead, because but the lie can destroy someone's life. So if you come up with your lie and you think it's a good lie, it's good for you because you made it up. But tell me the truth, I will understand. Instead of you going out and start speaking lies, it's not good. I remember that's what my mom used to tell us. So when you come, you have to make sure that, so that was me when I was a kid. I have to be like, Mom said you tell the truth, so you have to tell the truth. So the truth was also a problem to me and to my siblings and to my cousins. So one time they gathered me around. They took my cat. I had a cat called Shanghai. So they held it Shanghai, and then they told me, Nora, between you and this cat, we know you're good at telling the truth, but for once, can't you keep your mouth shut and not tell the truth? Can't you? If you tell uncle what happened today in this house, you see this cat, we are going to throw it away. And I'm telling you guys, that was the worst nightmare I had in my life. They threw away my cat. They thought it was a joke. They threw away my cat. They told me, if you don't learn to tell lies sometime, you're going to make us all stay in the city. We love coming home in the countryside during holidays, but you're becoming a problem to us. Every time you speak, you say something the way it was exactly. Can't you at least say a lie? Hello, CR7, how are you? I hope you're doing great. How are you doing? Hi. Nora said hi. So guys, we could run. That night when they threw my cat away, teaching me a lesson, one of my uncle used to be tall and slim. My uncle told them it was again the full moon. You guys, a full moon back then. They woke them at night. They told them to look for a cat. You know, looking for a cat while carrying you, the owner of the cat on their back. That was like a punishment. They were told she's not supposed to cry. You have to look for that cat. We looked for the cat. We could not find the cat. I don't know where my siblings, they threw away my cat. I don't know what they did to my cat. We looked for the cat. I know, when your cat knows your sound and the name that you call them, they come out. Because I once had a second cat. His name was JJ. Me, I love pets. So when I called out the JJ, every time, without even finishing the word J, J's already in front of you. She's like, meow. J's right there. And then you start crying. But when we called Shanghai, we called. No respond. My cat, that's how my cat got lost. And I was warned to get. So I tried to keep up with them. I learned a lesson that next time if I speak the truth, my toys were the second to go. So whenever we could go to the village, I'll try my best to avoid them. But still, this eye and my ears could always listen. So this time it was our cattle keeper at home. We used to have someone who takes care of our cattle. Whenever we're in the city, someone else will take care of the cattle at home. If you have a lot of them, you can't take them to the city, but you have like a countryside, and the land is so big. You leave your cattle there, and then you find someone else who can take care of them while you're in the city working. So whenever during holidays we go home to see the cow and have fresh milk. You know how lifestyle is in the community. Like when you go to the countryside, it's quite really different from the village. But nowadays, countrysides are also becoming like city, because city people are moving back to the countryside, and things are changing. And also countryside people are kind of copying the lifestyle of the people from the city. They are forgetting their life, that cattle living is a better life, because you don't spend too much. You're living off the grid, and you're not spending much on yourself. You're only spending money on clothes, hospital bills, electricity bills, school fees. Those are the things that you're spending money on, but most of your food comes from your ground. That's a bad thing about living on the countryside, when you have your side place where you can grow your own food, organic food, because you don't spend much. People who live off grid, you know that when you grow your own food, you don't spend much on buying. You only spend less. So one time our cow keeper, like a cattle keeper, someone spreaded a gossip that he was a night dancer. This poor guy, his name was OTG. Like we gave him a nickname. We at our home, we never called people like with their name. We give you a nickname. So his name was OTG. So OTG, they spread a gossip about him that he was a night dancer. And then one night, my siblings, they were like, so if OTG is a night dancer, we have to teach him a lesson. You know what you do to a night dancer? Guys, when you're a night dancer, people usually say that you use a torch to point them behind on their ass, so that that demon of night dancing can run out of their body. So it was in the midnight. The old man was boiling water. I don't know what he was doing at that night, boiling water in the midnight. All of us gathered without telling our aunties and our employees that we used to stay with them in the main house. We as kids, we woke up. They were like, this is between us. We don't want a night dancer taking care of our cattle. The poor guy used to move at night to take care of the cattle, so that no one could come maybe to milk the cow at night, or maybe the wolves shouldn't come and eat the cow. So he could come around and check. But for them, maybe someone one time saw him at night moving, going back to his quarters, and then this person was like, he was a night dancer. The poor thing. So my siblings, they were like, we need to teach or teach you a lesson. They grabbed a torch. We go. Nora followed. As always, the news reporter followed the siblings. Oh God. I followed my siblings. We went to OTG's house. The poor guy was boiling water. I remember it clearly. So we stood somewhere. They were like, shh, we need to keep quiet, because he will come running, naked, cold. What we need to do, once he comes, we grab him before he takes that hot water from fire. So the poor guy came out naked, wearing Adam's suit. I was young, I saw everything. My siblings, they came out, they were like, OTG, leo tumekutana. Let me not speak Swahili, because some of you may not understand what they told him. So they told him, OTG, where are you coming from this night? OTG was like, you guys, I'm coming out of my house. And why are you guys here? Allow me to go back inside and dress up. They were like, no, you will not dress up. So I remember my elder brother, my big bro, covered my eyes. He was like, this guys, Nora shouldn't see. I've already seen everything. So the time he remembered to cover my eyes, I'd already seen everything. So the poor guy was like, you guys, allow me to. They were like, no, you will not go inside and dress up. We are going to teach you to that lesson. So there's a lady who came out of his house. So they were like, ah! They shouted. It was like a problem. So this lady asked them, you guys, so you mean because you have a cattle keep at home, you mean he does not have a life? Otiji has a life. He's a man. So I'm always here at night. Who told you guys that he's a night dancer? The lady used to limp. Well, they gave him a name, Mugutatu. As I told you, at our home they loved nicknaming people. Me when I was young, they used to call me Banana. When I was young as a kid, my siblings, they called me Banana. I hated banana in my life when I was a kid. So whenever I want to eat banana, I have to make sure they are not around me. So they will say banana, 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 and I was young and they could carry me all the time around. Whenever they carry you so much, so they were like banana. Banana, should I say the meaning, the reason why they called me banana? Let me just skip it. Let me just skip it. But don't forget to like and share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. For more video, go to the main channel and watch. Let's help this girl to make it to like 2K, okay? Reach 2K. Hope you're going, Norah, guys. And my birthday is next week on 28th. Pray for me. Pray for me, guys. Put your hands up and say, may the Lord bless you. May his blessings be upon you. May your cup never run out of favors. Amen. Yes, guys. I hope everyone is doing great. Good morning and good evening, wherever you're watching me from. My name is Norah. I'm a Uganda, currently working in Saudi Arabia. I'm in Saudi. So I ran. We went. The poor thing Otiji was down. The lady came up with clothes and covered him. Otiji was like, you guys, mnanifanya tu namna hivi, nyinyi tu watoto, nyinyi watoto wadogo namna hivi, mnanifanya na namwambia that he was speaking. Okay, when we were young, we grew up speaking Swahili. Later on, we learned other native language of our community, but our original language was Swahili at home. So this other native language, they are the reason why my Swahili nowadays is not good, and also English became a problem. Speak English 24/7. I'm even forgetting my mother tongue. Sometimes when my mother speaks with me, I'm like, Mama, what did you just say? She has to repeat in the language that I understand properly. So that's the problem. Growing up in a community where you speak more than one language is also a problem. In Uganda, I speak like 5 languages in Uganda. So you can imagine all those 5 languages, and yet you're still learning other languages. Can't you see that I'm going to Ntazolikana? Hey, how are you? Ahoy. So that's what happened. The poor thing cried. I remember that old man crying and saying, guys, I'm not a night dancer. I usually go home at night to check on the cows, but I did not do anything. My siblings, they were like, no, you're lying. They ended up sparing his life. The next day, OTG came at home, I remember, very early in the morning. He told my siblings, guys, one of you should come and milk the cow. They were like, We don't know how to milk the cow. That's your job to do it. He was like, last night you guys came to my house and you disturbed me. I don't have strength to do it. My aunties were like, what? What did I do? They were at your house doing what? So the old man was like, you guys, you didn't know that these kids, they wake up usually at night and start attacking people in this community. If they suspect you doing, actually, yeah, my cousins, if they suspect something, they usually confront people at night. Because they knew there is no way how you're going to run away from them. So you'll have to stand. That's why they used to go, they come at your place at night and they're like, now tell us, what were you thinking while doing what you were doing? And then you'll be like, guys, what did I do? What did I do wrong? I don't know what I did. So that's how things used to be. Poor thing, but may he so rest in peace. I have a lot of story to tell you guys when I was a kid. Why are you crying? Oh, you're crying about Otiji passing away. Yeah, he used to be our cattle keeper and he passed away. May he so rest in peace. So, the good thing that I loved about them is that they were all being treated well. Me, one thing I love about my family is that my granny always says, treat people well the same way you be treated one day. When you do good things always comes back to you. When you do evil to people, evil things will be done to you one day. For you, you might think the world has forgotten, but remember, always what you do comes back. So do your best and be nice to people. Muwulidde? Do you hear me? Do your best and be nice to people. Don't treat people like they are trash. Treat people the same way you would love to be treated. That's what I always tell you guys. You might think Nora speaks nonsense, but me, if I love someone, I love them because I would love one day also to be loved. The way you treat others, that's how you'll be treated. Good will always come back. If you do evil, it might not come to you, but it might come to your children, or to your children, or to your children. There are some things that moves through generation and generation. One thing I love about my cousins, however much back then they were stubborn, but later on they will come and say sorry. I'll be like, we are sorry for what we did. The only thing we want is, we don't want people going around saying nonsense about us because we are just kids. They will apologize. And they were not that bad, but it just used to be stubborn kids, kids who just want to be happy and thinking that by confronting someone to tell you the truth is the best thing. Settling things by chasing away others, it was the best thing to do. And when my grandmother comes home, she's like, oh, my granddaughter's enjoy. You dance Lingala. You know Lingala? Lingala is a Congolese song. It's a Congolese bongo flavor, like music that has those beats that makes you dance. So my grandmother makes you guys dance, and then she splashes money on you guys, and then you dance, and then guys. Life used to be good when there is no phone, but nowadays you won't have a conversation with your kid, you won't have a conversation with your mom. TikTok is there. TikTok has taken away your mom's brain. Someone is on YouTube watching new things. Everyone nowadays is on. Back then, I remember they could take us to the countryside. We could be like wild animals. You know, wild. You know, when they say young, dumb, and wild, that's how we used to be when we go to the countryside. I remember one day we had a cow named Kadogo. Kadogo never liked me. You know, when they say the cow does not like you, the cow does not like you. No. And actually, we had two cows in our home. They never liked me. It's because maybe I'm not always at home. I'm not that close to cows, but dogs, cats, those ones, they can even sleep with me on the same bed. But when it comes to the cow, so my cousin, excuse me, maybe she's also talking about me. African ways. So one day, my cousin sat on top of the cow, and then she was walking around like she's sitting on the, like she's enjoying, like she's riding a horse. The cow is running back and forth, running back and forth, running back and forth, and me, I was just there. So I got so angry. I was so jealous of that. Once the cow put her down, I also went. You know what the cow did? Kicked me. The cow kicked me on my chest. I fell down and I cried. Our cattle keeper came and carried me and took me back. He told me, "You're not used to this." You know, for them, they always stay near the cows, but for you, you're from the city. The cow maybe does not know you. I felt so jealous when they told me that I'm from the city. The cow cannot know me. The cow does not bond with me. I felt so bad. I went home crying. I complained. The next day, I was like, if our cows have to get used with me, so now I'm going to milk the cow. So that day, before they threw my shengai, I was like, shengai, need to drink fresh milk. I went to milk the cow. Has the cow ever kicked you? The cow kicked me and I did not even know where I threw the bucket. Just touching the breast, like, I was just trying to pull it. By the time I even finished pulling it, the kick they gave me, that I'll never forget. Up to then, I don't touch cows. If the cow says, "Nora, I don't like you," I don't like you. I'll bond with other pets that really likes me, other animals that are okay with me. But when it comes to cow, count me out. Count me out. I ran, guys. Cow never liked me. Hi, how are you, my friend? How are you? I hope you're doing great. Nice to see you again. Hey, will you be on my birthday on 28th next week? Next week is my birthday. How are you? Long time no see, my friend. How are you? Thank you for the kisses. Mwah. Let me blow with more hearts. Thank you. You're most welcome. I hope you and your family, you're doing great. Same as here, Nora is doing fine. Thank you so much for coming. How have you been so far? How do you see the August? How's the August treating you? Is it treating you nice, or how are you feeling? Good? That's great if you're doing great. If you're doing fine. Life could always be like, Another thing that I loved doing. So being young, I had my uncle who was a cameraman. My uncle loved taking our photos. You know, when they always take your photos, you're eating, you're showering, you're sleeping, and then they come and he used to snap us without even telling us that, guys, get ready. They'll snap you and that's it. My siblings, they hate their photos when they were young. But me, When I was young, I was a photogenic person. I loved photos. Whenever they would take my photos, whenever I see my uncle with the camera, I have to make sure I pose. I have to make sure I run, maybe I hold something so that they capture that moment. That's why most of my photos, they captured when I was sleeping, carrying my dolls, walking around the veranda, carrying my toys. But there's nothing that I used to fear as a plane. Oh, there's nothing that I used. Imagine I was 5 years old. At the age of 5, I feared the plane. One of my uncles, he's late now. My uncle used to be a pilot, so he died in a plane crash, and that thing was to me like, something that it's like a trauma. Every time that you see the plane passing, you think the same thing. Okay, for me, that's how I used to think as a kid, that my uncle died into a plane crash, and if I hear the plane passing, the same thing will happen to me. I'll cry. That day will be like the worst day of my life. Just the plane passing nearby. When it's passing far, maybe when I'm sleeping, I can't hear the sound, it's okay. I could run. And that's the reason why I have this mark here on my hand here, because of the plane. I could running away from it. Because I used to cry and then run, crying. And they would tell me, why are you running? Come back here. It won't do anything to you. I'm like, no, I don't want. I don't want. So one actually, my mom asked me, but why do you used to fear the plane a lot? I just feel them, you guys say that. So they were, oh, you thought that the same thing. No, the other person was up flying a plane, and you're down here. Nothing can happen to you. And that's when I remember the first time when I took the plane from Nairobi to Kisumu. When I first took my plane, guys, I prayed. I remember when I was taking those stairs into the plane, I prayed. I prayed to God, and I told God, today I'm stepping into this plane. I'm entering with your blood. May this plane turn into a taxi in my life. May I not lose my life the same way my uncle lost his life through that plane. And then I went, I sat, and then I had to warn my village people. In my brain, I was like, my village people, don't try it. I sat on the plane. I was so happy. Those are the memories that sometimes when I sit down and I tell my mom how my first trip was, like, my mother is like, oh, my Norah. My mom could always be happy when you tell her the beautiful story. I know she loves listening. One thing that I know, she always tells me that wherever you follow your heart, doing the right thing, do it. Do what makes you happy. What does not make you happy, do not do it. And if in this life, if you're watching me, if I've ever offended you in any way, please, I'm sorry. If I've ever said something that made you angry, I'm really sorry. That's how I am. For you, you might take it as a wrong thing, but that's me. That's how I was raised. That's me. I think I'll never change by being me, because that's who I am. I can't change it. The same way I can't change my gender. Don't cry. Hey, guys, yes, I can't change my gender. Do you think I can change my gender? I'm a female, I'll remain a female. I can't change my gender. I'll remain the same way God created me. And I go like and I say, ooh. It's like I'm speaking to myself. Mwana gwe Esther teweebaka. Teweebaka. Teweebaka, baby. Get up, man. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Mm. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? You know why I used to hate to be called banana? Don't ever kiss your children too much. I. So I remember as a kid, they always loved carrying me around. Like they could always peck us. You know, parents pecking their kids. They give you a peck, they give you a peck, they give you a peck. So me, they used to peck me a lot. And they used to carry me a lot on their laps. So my siblings, they could always be like, banana, banana. So like, I reached the time I hated that word banana. I stopped wanting to be pecked by both of my parents. Every time they bring their lips to peck me, I'm like, mm-mm. They ask me why. I'm like, I don't want, I've grown, I'm a grown-up person. Then one time I remember I was in school. I went to visit my dad with my friends, with my classmates. We had gone for shopping while visiting my dad. My dad pecked me in front of all my classmates looking at me. I went back to school. It was a talk. Everyone was like, at your age, you know, in Uganda, there's a certain age where you need to stop pecking your kids around. And then I was 13 years old, and then my classmates, they were like, Norah, at your age, they are still giving you a peck like a baby. So everyone started making a joke out of it. Even the teacher came and told me, you're 13 years old and they are still pecking you. And you're even ashamed of yourself. No wonder why sometimes you come here and then you behave like a kid. You have to grow up, Norah. I was so embarrassed. My teacher took out my doll out of my bag, and he was like, this is the reason why. I was so embarrassed. Everyone started bullying me in school just because of that. I was so embarrassed. So every time they could bring me to school, I don't even want to say anything to my uncle. And then my uncle would ask me, why are you always in a hurry to go in the class? You don't know what you have to do? Like, I used to give him a hug and give him a peck on his cheeks and then go to class. But when I was being bullied and I didn't want to tell anyone at home, I could just walk and my uncle was like, what's wrong? So my uncle has to come and confront my teacher. He was like, I think there's something wrong with my kid. My kid she's no longer happy. Every time she comes to school, she's like, there's something wrong with her. You know what the teacher said? No, you know how kids they are. She'll be fine. But in the class, it was a big thing. So every boys in the class, they could be like, come and give it to me here. Come and how boys they are. They're like, it was a mixed school. So boys, others, for them, they took it in the other way. But for me, I saw it was a natural thing, just natural. But once I started becoming shy and reaching a point where boys are telling you at school, okay, come and give it to me here. The same way you always give it to your parents. Come. Where is that bear that you always move around with? And then they'll start singing around, mama bear, and then you're like, So school was also another problem. Live watching from North London. Hello, my Polly. How are you? How are you doing? Yes, I'm also seeing you way from Saudi Arabia. How are you? I hope you're doing great. Nice to meet you. Polly, how are you? Nice to meet you. My name is Norah. I'm a Ugandan. How's London? So they could bull me and I stopped liking cake. But once I go home, it was like nothing. I used only to feel shy when I was in school because I was being bullied and everyone could always tell me, come and peck me, what you do to your parents. So when I go home, it's a normal thing because my mom will come, give us a peck. When my uncle comes, he gives us a peck, and I'm like, oh, it's okay. I'm doing okay. So you're live from Kampala? No, darling. I'm in Saudi Arabia. I'm not in Kampala. But don't worry. Very soon I'll be home in Uganda, and I'll be enjoying the live streams of Uganda, enjoying the weather, enjoying the food, and enjoying the view. You know how our life is in Uganda. I'm in Saudi. Thanks for asking. So I could be afraid, but when I reached at home, it was just a normal thing. Well, you see your parents are picking you and you're just living your normal life. But at school, they could bully you and make you feel like a peck was a bad thing from your parents. That's how at school kids could make me feel. And at home, my elder siblings, for them, they used to say banana because they used to carry me on their laps. Like my uncle could carry me on his laps. You know, if I mean banana, let me not put it in a full sentence to bring, but if you know, you know. So they could always carry me. You know, when you carry a child on your laps. So for them, they were older than me. Later on, that's when I realized the meaning of banana. But back then, I did not know why they could always tell me. Every time that they would grab me and carry me, they could always say, Norah, banana, Norah, banana. So now they could see my uncle or maybe my dad. They will always say, banana, banana, banana. I didn't know what they were meaning. Until, guys, you know that I realized that when I was only 20, when I realized that, so banana, they were talking about that. Why didn't I know? You know, for me, I used to think that because they used to give us bananas for breakfast, to eat, I thought that's what they meant. That was in my mind. So every time they could give us banana for breakfast, I'm like, choka sagala menvu, nesigenda kulya menvu. They could ask me why. Achitoyagala menvu. We used to speak Swahili. Kwa nini hutaki ndizi? I'm like, sitaki. Nataka tu chai na mkate pekee. Then, for them, they'll be like, banana. When they see my uncle somewhere, and then they'll be like, banana. You know that eye they give you, and they're like, I remember you're young, they're older than you don't know what they are meaning, so you could feel like, these people, you should stop making a joke out of me. Later on, that's when I realized that, my 20s, that's when I realized that, these people, they have always been making fun of me because of this. That was the reason. And then I end up laughing. But I didn't have anywhere to find them to tell them that now I know the meaning of banana. You can imagine realizing the word banana at your 20s. And then you're like, kumbe bulijjo we muti bwe mugamba. But anyway, you're most welcome. Those who are new, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is your girl Nora. Yes, guys, so I'm celebrating my birthday next week on 28th. I hope you guys celebrate with me, pray with me. We pray together for the gift of life. We pray for life, for what we have received, for the good people, for the friends. We pray for a lot of things, okay? Yeah, we should be grateful, being happy, knowing that, yeah, obulamu bwe butyo sasobola funa waddembe n'amagenda. You enjoy what God has given you, and that person who enjoys what God has given me, growing up, I saw worse and I saw better. I learned, I moved on. I learned to teach myself to be happy, not always to be worrying. I learned to let go, and I chose peace. I let go of the violence and I chose my peace, because life is more important, sweet, when you don't always carry around what people did to you. If you always carry around what people did to you, you will never move on in life. You will be bitter even to those who want to be your friend, even to those who want to love you, because the bitterness that you have in your heart cannot allow you to be happy. I've seen people moving around with what people did to them. Even if they have found the right people, people who love them, people who want to see them happy, they will still feel that they are not safe around them. But me, Nora, I'm telling you today, learn to give people a chance, but don't give them your entire heart. In Luganda we say, better n'ekisenge ky'omutima gwo, where you keep some things for yourself. You don't trust people with your open heart. Leave some things for yourself when you're in the terms of healing, when you're in the terms of learning to be open to others. I've seen a lot of people making mistakes and they later on regret. I've seen a lot of people crying because what was done to them. I've seen a lot of people saying, I'll never forgive for what was done to me. I've seen a lot of people saying, I'll never get married because of this, what my wife did to me. But I'm here telling you that not everyone has the same heart. Not everyone thinks the same. We are not all the same. We may not, we may all have blood in our bodies, but we are not all the same. But what the other person is, that's what I am. We should stop having this word that all men are the same, all women are the same. No, there's a difference. There's a difference between her, and there's a difference between me. Sweetheart, sweetheart, Estuelita. Ogamba ki? Ananga olugambo lusiiwono. Lusiiwono. Ho. Esther. Lusiiwa nengo. Ate ng'okugulu kuzinge. Nani agadde? Kankuddemu. Yeah. Sungusa. So guys, I think obudde butuuse. Obudde butuuse. Obudde butuuse. Obudde butuuse. Obudde butuuse, my people.